He wound it up in a blaze of glory, an average career-wise 27 points a game, the third greatest scorer in the history of the game, at only 6 feet 5, the fourth greatest rebounder in the history of the game, 10 times an all-star. Ladies and gentlemen, to make a presentation of his jersey to the Laker owner, Mr. Jack Kent Cooke, here is Captain Elgin Baylor.
Most underrated superstar in the history of the NBA.
This is the magnet that draws the fans into the new Los Angeles sports arena, now that big league professional basketball has reached the West Coast.
Elgin Baylor of the Los Angeles Lakers, 6 feet 5 inches tall, 225 pounds, from Seattle University. Named to the All-League team for the 7th straight season, he's generally regarded as the best all-around player in the NBA.
Baylor in deep on Heinzen, shot blocked by Heinzen, rebound Baylor, good! By Elgin Baylor out of Seattle University.
This is one of the great players that doesn't get enough credit. He was great.
Elgin Baylor.
I think it's tragic that there's so many people in this league that have been incredible players that have never won a championship. And if that's how we measure players, it's the wrong way to measure players, trust me.
Good! Lakers tie it up!
I always say that when you're talking about small forwards, the best three, they all start with B. Bird, Baylor, and Barrett. You can talk about anybody else you want. I'll take either one of those three, and I'll beat you.
In 7 seasons, he's rolled up 14,901 points for a 30.2 average per game.
Elgin Baylor, regarded by many as the best basketeer in the world.
22, Elgin Baylor.
He was so good. He could do anything with a ball. He was the pre-Dr. J.
Every game was Magic Johnson and Dr. J all rolled up in one. Michael Jordan, I mean, he was tremendous.
Take Allen Iverson and make him 6'6", 230. Then you have an idea about Elgin, all the stuff that he does at his size. Elgin did at 6'6". He was an outstanding passer.
Elgin Baylor.
He was the type of a guy that if you had to play him, you said, let me off.
Basket count.
Baylor's stellar career included 8 NBA Finals appearances, and he currently owns the 4th best scoring average in the history of the league.
Man with 1,000 moves.
And Elgin Baylor there showed his ability to handle that ball and control the ball.
A fabulous one-on-one player. Nobody could stop him. He could shoot from the outside. He could score inside.
Elgin shot the greatest array of shots of anyone in professional basketball.
Baylor going across for a one-hander. Good.
Elgin Baylor was one of his patented moves. Elgin Baylor, one of his famous hang shots.
At 75 all with 3:58 left in the third quarter. Baylor getting Reed to get out of position and causing a foul.
Elgin Baylor's unstoppable one-hander.
But John Havlicek's long try is recovered by the inspired Lakers, who get the ball down court for an Elgin Baylor bullseye that cuts the Celtics' lead to a nerve-wracking 1 point.
Baylor instantly revived the Lakers, leading them to the NBA Finals in just his rookie season.
During his 14-year career, Elgin's accomplishments were off the charts. He had career averages of 27 points and 14 rebounds, played in 11 All-Star games, and he was a 10-time member of the All-NBA First Team.
Talk about forwards today, and there are some great forwards, but I've never seen a forward that I thought was better than Elgin Baylor.
Let's go.
Wow. Baylor, all the superlatives for this man, too.
Now, the right-hand side of the key, they've got an open man. Underneath an Elgin Baylor to Chamberlain. Now passes to Selby, dribble drive around Cousy, lay it off to Baylor. Baylor into the air, jump, hang, 12-footer, good. Elgin Baylor got 59 incredible points. Ties it second, the Lakers lead it by 1.
How about your all-NBA team?
Elgin Baylor at a forward and Larry Bird at the other forward. Elgin Baylor on any team that I ever picked. Any team that I ever picked.
Blocked by Krebs, taken out of the air by Baylor, dropped by Baylor, picked up by Russell to Sam Jones, jump shot blocked by Baylor. Baylor's got it, drops it out of bounds, and he tries desperately to make one of the great plays of the year.
You talk about the greatest performances in an NBA Final Series. I don't know if anyone will ever match what Elgin did in Game 5 at the Boston Garden against the Celtics when he scored 61 points.
Baylor could give the Lakers a 3-point lead. This is the 5th game of the World Championship. 60 points for Elgin as he gets the first. Big Daddy from Madigan. 2-point lead for the Lakers. 55 seconds to play and a 3-point lead for Los Angeles. The Lakers get them back in Los Angeles on Monday. Timeout, Boston.
I remember going after the game over to Tom Sanders, whose responsibility had been to try to guard Elgin, and saying, Satch, I think you did a hell of a defensive job tonight. You know, I mean, Elgin was that spectacular where he literally couldn't be stopped.
Check. Baylor.
Bob Pettit setting up Elgin Baylor. Switch. Elgin Baylor again. Tremendous second effort by Baylor. Baylor steals it right back. Bump Lenny Wilkins out of the play and scores.
Well, he was the first guy I saw change hands with the ball in midair. You know, and he'd spin around and do things. And Elgin, you know, it's just that they didn't televise as many games. You didn't see the highlights, the replays that you see today. Or else, yeah, they would be saying, wow, this guy was incredible. But he was.
He has fantastic moves. And Baylor.
He throws it up and in. Nice play. 15-10. That was not an easy shot.
Here you see the great body control of Elgin Baylor driving on Bill Russell.
Down the middle, in deep, finger line.
And Homer, the greatest defensive player in the game, Bill Russell.
Dribble drive in deep, throw it up and in. And a beautiful, beautiful job. Sensational two-stride job from the free throw line.
1 minute, 8 seconds to play, fans. Baylor into the air, jump, hang, stud. Elgin Baylor. Oh, how exciting can it get?
He was strong, he could drive faster. He hit the outside, shot pretty good.
The jumper, he's hot. He's been hot for 2 nights.
To Chamberlain outside to Elgin Baylor. And what a lineup.
Number 22 in the West is Baylor, Elgin Baylor.
Became the 3rd player in NBA history to go over the 20,000-point mark.
Elgin revolutionized the forward position. I mean, he was what you would call a small forward at 6'5", but could rebound with the power forwards.
Scoring's only part of the story. Els has led the Lakers in rebounding every year that he's been with the team.
Probably our best defensive rebounder, putting all things together.
Elgin Baylor rebounds and flips it off to Jerry West.
Most people look at his number of points he scored. I think few people really realize what a great passer he was, and his quickness, his speed. I mean, he'd take the ball off the boards and would dribble the length of the court.
Baylor on the rebound. The Los Angeles Lakers star. Look at him move.
And beat most players down. I mean, he had tremendous speed and quickness. Plus, he also had a great ability to analyze the game, and mentally, he really understood the game.
He has tremendous fingertip control in and around that basket, which enables him to come up with the great shots and the great passes. He is probably one of the better passers in the league. And at 6'5", a man that can dribble and handle the ball, it makes it a tremendous asset and is a valuable weapon for us against the full court press.
Baylor, with perhaps as good peripheral vision as the game has ever known, can spot the men and make them out passes.
And Elgin Baylor led all the forwards in that category by a large margin.
The Lakers have put in both big men, Ellis and Wiley, and Baylor is now playing a guard.
116-91. Baylor on a great assist to Hudson.
Russell has come out and he's free for Cousy. Baylor again gets the rebound, a second in a row, fast break. There goes West, he's got it. Shelby intercepts.
Baylor.
This is a 3-on-1 break. Russell's the middleman. Baylor feeds up to Barnett. Boston's at the timeout and got a
man and a guard, and they're putting the big man under the basket to see what they can do to get the ball away from Russell and give Baylor a chance to hit from that side.
From the attack zone, pulls up for the 16-footer. That's good.
I used to kid everybody I wore out of the side of my Converse basketball shoes by throwing him the ball and running to the other corner because that was the best play we had, was get it to Elgin and get out of the way.
Legendary LA Times columnist Jim Murray once called Elgin Baylor a ballet dancer in sneakers.
Outstanding player, and once he starts to move, he's almost impossible to stop.
And he was the guy that set the tone. All these other guys came after him, and yes, they were great players, but no, anyone who saw him play knows that he was one of the best, and certainly very deserving of Hall of Fame and, top 50 player. I mean, there's no question in my mind.
Russell guarding Baylor, Baylor made it!
One of the great improvements over previous years when Elgin Baylor was handicapped greatly by calcium deposits in the tendon of both knees is the fact that he's been able to rebound and come off the defensive boards running and to initiate and to start our fast break. He's also been able to go harder and stronger on the boards, particularly on the offensive end, whether he's second to none as far as second effort on any follow-up and twisting driving shot.
How many points you gonna score tonight? Elgin said, about 70. And went out and scored 71 points. Incredible array of shots and leaping and jumping.
I think that Elgin has perhaps as good a control of his body weight in the air as any basketball player I've ever seen.
Well, I think I've been very fortunate to have my leader and one of my key players in Elgin Baylor. Elgin is just absolutely an amazing player. People thought that he was on his way out. They thought that his knees were bothering him, and gosh, this year he's done everything I've asked him to.
I felt last year during the 1964-65 season that Elgin Baylor played his most consistent defense.
Hudson now has 7 points. This is Tom Van Arsdale. No shooting over Oscar. Reed rebound stolen by Baylor. 9 for 67%. The East, 1 of 11.
But still, where his valuable asset is when he's coming down on that break, leading the break, coming off the defensive boards, which enable us to get our guards out ahead.
Elgin Baylor, he just stood out because his style of play was so different. He was the guy who would elevate, take the ball to the basket.
Baylor goes in, has it.
Oh yeah, hang and twirl the ball around. Yeah, great, no question. Great player and can rebound. He could do it all too. There's no question. I saw a lot of him because I was in the Western Conference, and of course, LA was down there. We used to play them 8 times a year. So I got enough of Elgin and Jerry West going down, scoring 60 points between the two of them. Yeah, he was terrific.
And then, once we get on the offense, Elgin is just in the class